Hello everybody, this is Blex here bringing you a guide on how to play the fastest farming spec in the game right now. To my knowledge, it is the twinked out feral druid. Now, why do you want a twinked out feral druid? Well, it's because you can farm dungeons, farm open world, farm any type of content you want the quickest possible. It also allows you to do Legion carries as well as freehold carries, so you have any possibility of gold making potential in the palm of your hands by twinking out a character. So right now I'm playing a feral druid. Why feral? Well, I'm playing feral because of cat form. Cat form gives you a 30% movement speed while in cat form. So this is great. We just get a flat 30% buff just for being in this form. If we hop out, you can see I have 130% movement speed naturally. Going to cat. That's not cat. Let's go to cat. I have 160, so extra 30% right there alone. That's one reason. Now, some other options are going as DH or Rogue. DH is very popular as well. It's very viable, but I think this is the pure fastest spec, in my opinion, for farming dungeons. Now, the other reason we stay at 110, I should say, is because of scaling as well as Legion Legendaries as well as buffs. So, first one, the quick one, Bear Tartar. Bear Tartar is only usable at level 110, and it gives you a small speed boost after you attack an enemy, and I could showcase that here shortly. The other benefit is when you cap at 110, you have access to BFA gear. So a popular twink level is 110 to 111. I chose 110 for the time being. You have access to this BFA gear, so you become overpowered for the legacy content, as well as it gives you access to the legendary items that you see here, which are key to speed farming. We have the Sentinel's Eternal Refuge, which gives you a 5% stacking buff after you kill an enemy, and then you also have the Svizzul's Secret, which gives you a large, substantial speed boost after basically impairing an opponent, so you're always going to be running at nearly speed cap, and speed cap from what I understand is at 240%, at least that's what the character sheet is showing so far. So we have the spec, we're playing feral because it's the fastest, cat form's great, we're capping at 110 because we have access to BFA gear as well as Legion Legionaries, which allows us to have more speed. Now, itemization, you want to try to just get the best gear you can first. Next, you want to try to get leech and speed on your gear, depending on what you're looking to do. If you're looking to do freehold farms or Legion farms, you're going to want some leech. If you want speed, you're going to be doing more dungeon farms. So I'm in Alderman now, I'll showcase that here in a bit. Now, as for talents on this feral druid, I'm currently running, as far as the big ones, I'm running Wild Charge over Tiger Dash. I think Tiger Dash is the better overall cooldown here, so it gives you 200%, which decreases over 5 seconds. It's huge, you're going to be flying around the place. Alderman has some shifting elevation, so that's why I run Wild Charge while in Alderman. Balance Affinity, this is really a must get. It gives you a 3% increased range on all your abilities, so your swipe is doing more AoE damage to everyone. Now lastly, Mass Entanglement. This is a great way to proc the ring. So the ring, you need to impair your target, and Mass Entanglement does that. So that's what I'm running for talents here. We have Bear Tartar buffs, we have our gear, we have everything else. Now let's get into some gameplay, and I can showcase how this plays. So first off, make sure you're well fed, make sure you're in cat form, all those things, and you're going to go around and you're just going to start attacking your enemies. Now, as you see, as I attack them, I'm gaining the stacking debuff as well as the Bear Tartar buff. So after I attack an enemy, my movement speed jumps up to 200%, now 205, and then it caps at 205. Now if I pop a Mass Entanglement, that jumps to 240 as we have this Svizzul's Secret going on as well. So that's the basic of your movement speed. We have a dash here as well, a charge here, and we have a skull bash that work as well. Now, one last thing we can dive into is the add-on. So Loot Appraiser is my favorite farming add-on. It starts a session, it's a stopwatch, and it'll continue to tick as you progress through the dungeon, and you can make it give alerts as you get drops that are of value to you. This makes farming a lot more fun and enjoyable. Now TSM is also a key part of this as well. That's how a lot of the auction data is fed in, so make sure you have TSM. I assume if you're farming like this, you'd already have a TSM setup. The other is a quick loot add-on. I forget the name of it, I can include it in the description, but it allows me to, as you can see here, loot without the loot window popping up, which allows more efficiency while farming. Now from here, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick little run to show you guys what this looks like and the power of this build. So we're in Uldaman, and I'll see how quickly I can go about doing this, start a new session, and I'll go through and farm this. As you can see, I just got some items that procced my alert from the loot appraiser, which is a nice way to keep you going as you're farming. I'll also keep my loot window up so you can see how fast I'm going. Make sure to pop your Stampeding Roar 2 on cooldown. One thing as you notice as I'm running through is I'm looting as I go. I found this to be a little bit quicker than trying to drag everyone, just because when someone has a stun or one of those slowing effects, it really hampers your ability to get around. So it's just quicker to loot as you go. Now while I'm farming this, I want to talk about a few other things that go along with this. So gearing in itself, getting these legendaries is a process. It does take some time. So once you cap out at 110, you can go ahead on the auction house and buy a Sentinel's Refuge for around 75k on my server, and that's a quick boost that you can get right away. Now, the other one, this was a secret. This is something I got from farming Awakening Essences. Awakening Essences are a drop from Legion in World Quests as well as Heroic Dungeons. So if you see here, some of these invasions will likely drop some of the Awakening Essences, and other world quests will drop Awakening Essences as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Chests will also drop Awakening Essences, and lastly your third source is going to be from Heroic Dungeons, giving you 30. So this took me about a week to gather, so just keep that in mind as you're going up and getting this drop. Now I mentioned you can do some Legion farming, so you can do carries in Legion Heroics, or Legion regular dungeons. So you go about it by just getting a group of 5 and queuing for the dungeon. If you are fully geared, it's pretty likely that you won't need a healer. You'll be able to just carry everyone through it. It's hard to keep everyone up, I will say, but you're able to go and pull basically anything you want and AoE it down in bear form. So you can do that with Legion Dungeons, and then the freehold stuff I haven't delved into personally, but I know it's physically possible to be doing on a twinked out Druid, and there's some guides elsewhere online, and I might get into it in the future and showcase it for you guys here if you guys want to see more. But let me know if you guys have any questions. Feel free to leave questions or comments in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching.